Hello world, I'm Rex, your guide to the fascinating yet sometimes frightening world of the internet. Today, we're about to embark on a journey into the depths of the web, to a place that is often misconstrued, misunderstood, and undeniably menacing, the dark web. It's a realm that lurks beneath the surface of our regular everyday internet, a place where anonymity reigns supreme and the rules and regulations we know and abide by seem to vanish. It's a world that promises secrecy, but at what cost? Today, we're going to unravel the chilling realities of the dark web, where the promise of privacy can lead to perilous consequences. We'll explore real-life instances, shedding light on the hidden dangers that lurk in these shadowy corners. So buckle up as we delve deeper into the dark corners of the internet. To start, we should answer the question, what is the dark web? Imagine the internet as a massive iceberg floating in a vast ocean. The part of the iceberg that's visible above the water, that's the internet as we know it. It's the emails we send, the social media posts we share, the articles we read, and the YouTube videos we watch. This part of the iceberg, this surface web, is only about 10% of the total size of the digital iceberg. Now, consider the vast majority of the iceberg hidden beneath the surface of the water. This enormous, unseen section is akin to the deep web. It's a realm of the internet that's not indexed by traditional search engines. It holds harmless, everyday data like personal emails, subscription websites, and confidential records. It's not inherently sinister, even though it's hidden from view. But there's a darker corner in this underwater landscape, a part that's even more concealed and inaccessible. This is what we call the dark web. It's a small fraction of the deep web, but its impact is significant. The dark web is intentionally hidden and can only be accessed with specific software, like Tor, which stands for the Onion Router. This software allows users to stay anonymous and untraceable, making the dark web a playground for activities that value such secrecy. This anonymity is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can be a safe haven for whistleblowers, activists, and journalists who need to share sensitive information without fear of reprisal. On the other hand, it's also a breeding ground for illegal activities, from drug trafficking to cybercrime, and even more disturbing activities that we'll delve into later. So, to put it simply, the dark web is like the hidden alleyways of the internet. It's a place where you can disappear in the crowd, a place where identities are concealed and actions are untraceable. It's a space that promises privacy, but at the same time, it's a space that can harbor danger. Now that we know what the dark web is, let's explore why it can be dangerous. The dark web, while it can be a haven for privacy advocates, is also a breeding ground for illicit activities. Imagine a bustling marketplace, but instead of fruits and vegetables, the stalls are selling illegal goods. This is the reality of the dark web's black markets, where every imaginable contraband item is available for the right price. From drugs to forged passports, stolen credit card details to unlicensed firearms, these underground markets trade in the shadows, away from the prying eyes of law enforcement. But it's not just physical goods that are traded on the dark web. It's also a hotbed for cybercrime. Imagine someone walking into your house, rifling through your personal belongings and selling what they find. Cybercriminals on the dark web operate in a similar way, except they're breaking into your digital home, your online accounts. Personal data, such as email addresses, passwords, and social security numbers are commodities that are bought and sold daily. Let's take this scenario a step further. Imagine that you're a business owner. One day, you find that all your digital files are locked and a message pops up demanding a ransom in cryptocurrency to unlock them. This is a common type of cybercrime called ransomware, and it's a multi-million-dollar industry on the dark web. The dark web is also a platform for other harmful actions. It has been used to facilitate human trafficking, child exploitation, and even contract killings. These heinous acts are conducted in the darkest corners of the internet, hidden behind layers of encryption and anonymity. These dangers, however, don't just stay in the dark web. They can have real-life consequences. The drugs bought in these black markets can lead to overdoses and deaths. The stolen personal data can result in identity theft and financial loss. The ransomware attacks can cripple businesses, and the human trafficking and exploitation can destroy lives. The dark web, while it offers a cloak of anonymity, also paves the way for a terrifying array of illicit activities that can have far-reaching and devastating consequences. The actions in the dark web don't just stay there. They can seep into our everyday life. Picture this. You're casually browsing the internet and suddenly your computer freezes. A message pops up demanding a ransom in Bitcoin to unlock your files. This is no random attack. This is the work of a cybercriminal who operates from the dark web, a place where anonymity is the norm and law enforcement has a hard time reaching. This is just one of the numerous ways the dark web can infiltrate our daily lives. Now, let's shift gears a bit. Imagine you're a business owner. One day, you discover that your customer's personal information has been stolen and is being sold on the dark web. Not only does this put your customers at risk, but it also tarnishes your reputation and could potentially cost you your business. Now consider a less tangible but equally devastating scenario. False information, rumors, and scandalous stories often originate from the dark web, causing harm to individuals and societies. They can disrupt friendships, ruin careers, and even destabilize entire communities. Of course, these examples are broad. They're intended to illustrate the potential harm without diving into explicit details. The key point is that the dark web isn't some far-off abstract concept. It's a part of the internet that can have very real, very negative effects on our lives. The dark web is a place where illegal activities can thrive, where the vulnerable can be exploited, where the malicious can operate with relative impunity. It's a place that can breed cybercrime, identity theft, and countless other dangers. But remember, it's not the dark web itself that's the problem. It's how people use it. And it's our job to stay informed, to understand the risks, and to take the necessary steps to protect ourselves and those around us. As we can see, the dark web is not just a harmless corner of the internet. So how do we navigate this vast digital landscape while staying safe? Well, there are several practical steps you can take to ensure your online safety. Firstly, let's talk about passwords. They are essentially the keys to your digital home. Just as you wouldn't use a flimsy lock on your front door, you shouldn't skimp on password strength. Avoid obvious choices like password 123 or your name or date of birth. Instead, opt for a mix of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Make it unique and change it regularly. If remembering multiple complex passwords is a challenge, consider using a reliable password manager. Secondly, be cautious about sharing personal information. The internet, including the dark web, is a playground for identity thieves. Revealing too much about yourself can make you an easy target. Always question if it's necessary to share certain information before you do. Thirdly, we can't stress enough the importance of secure and encrypted connections. When you're online, especially on public Wi-Fi, your data could potentially be visible to others. Using a virtual private network or VPN can help to shield your activities from prying eyes. It's like a cloak of invisibility for your data. Furthermore, be skeptical. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Scams abound on the internet, and it's essential to keep a vigilant eye. Whether it's an email from a Nigerian prince promising you millions or a pop-up ad claiming you've won a free vacation, remember the age-old adage, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Lastly, keep your devices and software up to date. These updates often include security patches that fix vulnerabilities. It's like getting a booster shot for your device's immune system. Practicing these habits can significantly reduce your risk of falling prey to the dark corners of the web. No one is completely immune, but taking these steps can make you a harder target. Remember, the internet can be a wonderful place if we use it wisely and safely. That was quite a journey, wasn't it? We've delved deep into the shadowy corners of the internet, peeling back the layers of the dark web. We've come to understand that it's a part of the internet that isn't indexed by search engines, where anonymity reigns supreme, and where, unfortunately, many illicit activities take place. We also unraveled the dangers lurking in this digital abyss. From identity theft to cybercrime, the dark web is a breeding ground for nefarious deeds. Moreover, we discussed chilling real-life consequences, underscoring that the threats are not merely virtual, but can manifest in the physical world too. But it's not all doom and gloom. We learned how to stay safe online by being cautious, using secure and updated software, and above all, avoiding the dark web unless absolutely necessary. I'm Rex, and remember, stay curious, stay vigilant, and most importantly, stay safe on the web. Until next time.